Okay, today I'll be showing you a review of the Google photography app known as Snapspeed. There are many tools in here, a lot of tools. So I'll be showing you the basic first 8 tools. So I'm going to select this image of a digital art Spider-Man here, and there are looks. Looks are basically filters like this morning filter. Then there's this portrait, there's smooth, there's pop. These are all filters, and the app analyzes your image and applies. Then you have these tools, which are basically like all the tools you need for editing an image. So I'll show you the first 8 tools in this video. Tune image is basically how much brightness, contrast, saturation you apply to the image. So you can move your finger left and right across the scene to adjust the brightness or any tool you select. After that, you have other options like contrast, saturation, etc. Contrast is basically how different your colors are visible, how different the red is from the blue, etc. Saturation is basically the same thing, more or less. Shadows are kind of the black point. They how deep your black is, how visible it is, how different it is from the colors. That is. Other tools are details. Details, I think it's pretty obvious from the name that what details are. How each thing looks sharp. Yeah, these sharpening is the actually sharp thing. I mean, those minute lines. How well are they noticeable? That you can control with the sharpening thing. So I will set it to around here. I don't know, I think it doesn't make much of a difference in this kind of picture. After that, the other tool is curve. Curves are basically kind of graphs with which you control how much color each or how much value each color has. So that as you can see, this one controls the blackness or the brightness, that kind of stuff. This one is blue in color and controls how dark or how light the blue is. So as you can see, by moving the circles, you can control aspects of the image individually. Other things you can do are apply these kind of filters. Are you seeing how they're changing? By pressing that I and the red button that I just did, you can control each particular color. Another tool is the white balance. White balance, as you can see, is basically how how much kind of temperature, tint, all that you have. It basically is controlling the whiteness or the amount of white of the picture. That is very important too. So I guess that's all right. You can also pick a color like you're seeing to control the white balance. So that's good. We all know what crop is. That is basically cutting out a part of an image we don't want. So you have got all these presets, or you can do the free cropping. After that, we have got rotate. Uh, Rotate is basically rotating, or you can change the angle of the image, or flip it, an edge flip kind of thing. Or is it an eye flip? I don't know. Another thing is perspective. It's kind of a magical thing, and this is found in least photography apps. You can see it changes the perspective of the object you are looking at. It looks like you are seeing it from the below, or it looks like you are seeing it from the above. You should never change perspective too much in one go. That can kind of ruin the image. Here I'm controlling the up and down perspective of the image, but this image will get ruined if I adjust the perspective too much. You can see it takes away basic the basic composition of the image. So I guess if we keep it near the original perspective, it's gonna be good. This is rotational perspective. And the best thing is all the black parts or all the spaces that are left out, it is filled automatically by the app. And the last option is free perspective. You can control your image however you like. Are you seeing how those gaps are being filled? And moreover, you can keep the gaps white or black or auto. So the gaps are really, kind of visible whenever you use it. Last but not the least is expand. So it is basically a reverse motion of the crop where where the Google is using AI to kind of predict what will happen or what the image will be if we expand this. So here you are. I have only edited a little, and there you go. After you have done, you can share it through one of these options. If not, you can save it, save a copy, export, etc. That's all. अरे यहाँ क्यों आ रहा है? यहाँ अच्छा सप्लाई ड्रॉप इसलिए यहाँ फुदकता हुआ आ रहा है और मैं फर्स्ट आ रहा हूँ लेकिन जो मेरे बाद आ रहा था बंदा हेडशॉट टाइम भी ज़्यादा नहीं बचा है अगर सेकंड वाले ने मुझे नहीं किया ओवरटेक तो आई एम विशिंग मैं फर्स्ट आ जाऊँ वो रहा बंदा अच्छा उसने मुझे देख लिया मारो उसे कार 98 के से मैं मारा गया कम ऑन यार कूदो ये क्या हो रहा है विनर विनर चिकन डिनर अच्छा टाइम चला गया सेकंड आ रहा था उसे किल नहीं मिली देयरफॉर मैं जीत गया 12 किल्स